Welcome back.
Always great to be on this show. I can't wait for Sunday. You know, I've never seen the NFL hotter than it is right now. It's a national conversation. As you know, Judge, the last 6 playoff games have been off the charts, over the moon. So I'm just hoping we get a lucky 7th, and it's not like the craps table where you show up in the middle of a hot roll and somebody 7's out and the dealer says 7 out, line in, new shooter. So let's hope for a good one and maybe an overtime game on Sunday.
I mean, the Rams are favored, you know, in their own stadium, but the Bengals believe. I don't know if they believe in miracles, Al, because they don't think they need a miracle. They think they belong.
They do. I mean, they're tired of the underdog narrative. Here they are. I mean, to erase an 18-point deficit on the road as they did at Kansas City, to survive 9 sacks against Tennessee, which Joe Burrow did, and they won that game. So they're the hot team right now. There's no question about it. And I think, you know, what they did in Kansas City captivated a lot of the country. Unless you were rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs to get back to a 3rd straight Super Bowl, the way they did it, you know, Burrow seems to be a guy. Nothing seems to be too big for him. They've got Jamar Chase. They've got some great players. Young coach. You've got the 2 youngest coaches in the league in this game, Judge. So there are tons and tons of storylines, but as usual, Chris and Michelle and I will let the game start and then fold our stories into what's taking place on the field.
Yeah, we can't wait. I mean, in some ways, I guess, Al, this does mark a changing of the guard, if you will. Tom Brady is retiring. Joe Burrow would love nothing more than to assume the mantle of the next guy, a young guy who gets to his first Super Bowl, somewhat unlikely, and is able to win it. Can you speak to that?
You know, people are always worried about a changing of the guard. It goes all the way back to who's going to replace Johnny Unitas, who's going to replace Marino and Montana and Elway. But guys have come along through the years, obviously Brady at the forefront there, and Peyton Manning and Eli Manning and Ben Roethlisberger, who won a couple. So everybody's always worrying about, you know, the transition, who's next. But there's always a who's next. And there's a lot of who's next right now, not only with Burrow, but you've got Allen in Buffalo. Mahomes, of course, is already an established star. Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. So there are plenty of, you know, highlight plays that you see every week from all of the guys who've come in the last couple of years. So I think it's an ever-evolving thing. And, of course, Burrow could very well be at the forefront of it someday.
I know you want to talk about the markets, too. I'm curious to how you've been feeling about them. I don't have Josh on with me today, but I do have the investment committee with me. Just what's your thought right now as we have a new bit of volatility coming into the market, and how's that affecting how, you know, you're playing the markets these days?
I wake up every morning, I put a blindfold on. This is too crazy for me, Judge. I got to tell you, man, up 500, up, down 500, up 1,000. It's like crazy. So I know I've been immersed in preparing for this game for about 3 or 4 weeks. I'm studying 100 players, dozens of coaches. I don't even have time to look at this. I've glanced at it. I love your show. I watch it all the time. But this is insanity. And anybody who knows, who thinks they know, doesn't know. I mean, what are we talking about? Tell me what the market does on Monday. That's what I want to know.
Are you still playing like the quadruple levered financials or whatever those instruments are that you so dearly love?
Josh hates them. But let me tell you something. I bought the FAS, the Direction 3 Times Banks, as a day trading stock 10 years ago. It's gone wild. I can't get rid of it. I buy a stock at like 8 in the morning. I'm going to get rid of it at 10 o'clock, and 10 years later, I still have it. And I'm very happy to have it. Let me tell you something, Scott. That's been a grand slam home run. But who knows what happens down the line? Nobody.
Al, you call a good game on Sunday. We can't wait to watch you do it.
It'll be a lot of fun. You're enjoying it out here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I've got the beautiful stadium in the background as we speak. I hope to see you in person.
$5 billion will buy you a palace, won't it?
Oh, it certainly will. $4 billion may buy you the Broncos, according to Mark Gannis, who was with us just before you. So the league is rolling. You be well. We'll see you soon.
If I hang out to the FAS, maybe I'll buy the Broncos.